Hey guys, feeling a little bit better. You know, I'm still stuffy and runny nose and you know chest pain and stuff like that. You know, but when you fight in a great cause, all of this, you know, it means something because you're fighting for a purpose. You're fighting for what's right. Okay, so I just want you to know that whatever these people are they're trying to make you feel, they belittle you, making you feel you're nothing, your voice is not to be heard, you know, and disempowering you, taking this, you know, enforcing their opinion and their belief on you, oppressing you in many ways and one. I can just go on and on what they're doing, you know. Stay steadfast on your path. Do not reform. Do not, you know, kneel before no one. No one has that authority except God. Okay. Were you kneeling for God? It does not mean you are taken away from, you know, being, or you're being oppressed by God, or none of that. It means you are respecting God, our maker, for making you, for creating you, you know. And I'm going up the hill, you know. But anyhow, for making you, showing gratitude is not something, you know, something to be ashamed of, you know. Do not show gratitude and kneeling before another human. You know, they created themselves. So why would you kneel for some human? You know? And when the 144,000, which they will, bi'Iznillah, rule the earth, we will never expect people to kneel, you know, before us. We never oppress, you know, because what we're fighting for is freedom. Freedom of expression, freedom to, you know, protest, freedom to all these freedoms that God given, and that have been stripped away because the ruler of the earth, they know what we are, but they lied to these people, told them that we are criminals, we're mentally ill, we're terrorists, whatever. They can spin this a lot of ways. You know, they're very good in spinning, you know, truth. Spinning the truth, underline that. Anyhow, they can never really tell the truth, even if the life depends on it. You know what I'm saying? And so when they did to you and did to me, and target individual who commit suicide, we never, you know, we never fought to the end, because, you know, some people are not built that way, but some of us we are fighters. We especially, we fight for what's right. It's not just because to be, you know, going against the grain, and I guess we fight for things that are not really considered a value to anything, even human progression, or you know, any of that. There's some people fight for garbage stuff, you know, and some people are control opposition. They are put, and they're telling them to talk about this, talk about that, and you know, spreading the narrative that what they want. They always have control opposition. You know, they're like Joe Rogan, or all this social media or TV celebrities and stuff who talk about different things, who talk about different things, but in reality they're they're allowed to talk about certain things, never to cross that line. Talk about all of this and talk about that. That's what we're paying you for, you know. And Joe Rogan and all these celebrities, they eat adrenaline, and just look it up online. Where did it come from? And if it's a child, they get like, you know, they get very excited, you know, because it's innocent and it's not really compromised by anything and stuff. That's what they like the most. So do not listen to Joe Rogan or listen to Elon Musk or all of these people on top. They're all in this big boy club doing shit like that, you know. And I always tell them, you know, eat more chicken. Why you have to take that from a child? Anyhow, when the 144,000 rule the earth, we will do what's right. We will protect every child, woman and child, against any of these traumatic events, against all oppressive regimes, and all need to go, you know. It's not serving humanity. It's not for our highest good, you know. He's self-serving, very selfish. So that's why he need to go. And but God knows what's best for us, you know. When we receive orders, we do exactly what God says. You try to align your vision with God. You try to align yourself with the purpose of the divine intentions. You try to align yourself with what's right, you know, what's good for humanity. And it's not, you know, self-serving, you know, and selfish, feeding a selfish greed of the wealthy people on top, you know. And so yeah, a little sick. They've been making me sick all the time, but hey, I get up, I dust off, and I do it again. I'll still talk whatever I want to say, you know. I'm not gonna be obedient for what's wrong, you know. I'm not gonna be obedient to anybody, another human being, you know. Yes, I'm not obedient to this hierarchy in earth. I'm obedient to God. That was important. If God says do, I'll do. Okay? No question asked. Because God cares about us, our, you know, He has a good intention in, you know, God's heart for us to progress and evolve, not what's happening. The evolution was intentionally, these people worked against it. They didn't want evolution to happen. They didn't want people to be in a fast track to greatness, because it threatened the establishment. That's what it is. And anyhow, I'll tell you a story. When God tested Abraham, He tested Abraham and He says to him in a dream to kill one of his sons. I can't remember his name, but this true story. And just that was a test to see if Abraham would actually go through with it. And Abraham woke up in the morning and he said to his son, I saw you in a dream that I'm beheading you. And the son was so, you know, he believed in God, and he said to Abraham, he says, do what God ordered you to do. See, that belief. Basically tell him, yeah, kill me, you know, you have to chop my head off, Is that what God asked you to do? Then, before Abraham chopped his son's head, he just had the knife and he was going to do it. And then God sent the lamb. Sent the lamb. I was carried by an angel, like a lamb is a sheep. So you know what I'm saying. He sent the sheep, and I was carried by an angel, and he said to him, God have ordered you to kill a sheep. That why in Islam we sacrifice a sheep as an altar and thanking God for a lot of things. You know what I mean? And that what God ordered us to do. You know what I'm saying? Because he saved the day by not, he was testing Abraham to see if he's going to do it. And Abraham, passed the test. And so that's the story. So what I'm telling you is, when God tells you to do something, now God knows best. And he's not doing to harm you or to do you wrong or deceive you and stuff like that. He's testing your patience. He's testing your will. And are you actually willing to go, to do this, And so we're going to get our order from God to do what's right. Even if we are faced with opposition so strong, because they don't want to let go of this. They don't want to give up this power they had for a long time, unjustly, and they will use every trick in the book to fight you. Okay? So you have to be vigilant, You have to know the enemy is very crafty. We've been in this program. I've been 11 years. Some of you guys been longer than me, some less. And some passed away because they committed suicide. All of that is not going to be forgotten. It will be judged. You know what I'm saying? When you stressed celestial beings to cause them to harm themselves and cause them to commit suicide, you're killing a celestial being is forbidden. You know that? It is forbidden. Watch the movie Eternal. They told you that. We all 144,000 are celestial. We came down to earth. The star came down. Your universal, logo. The stars comes from heaven, and that's where we came from. We are celestial being, and when you cause harm to a celestial being, God is not forgiving. Okay? Because intentionally what you have done is wrong many ways on one. And what you've done will be brought into justice. Not earthly justice. With a call, you can bribe a judge. Do not look at this guy's case. Do not do this and make sure this person doesn't walk or this person walks. No, none of that. Not that, justice that is going to be manipulated to create a specific or certain cause. No, it's going to be fairness and justice. Okay? What you've done is wrong, and you'll be judged. Okay? And God knows best. But the day is coming. The day is coming, and all these target individuals who commit suicide and been trialed in this earth by the enemy unjustly, the enemy have to answer what they've done. Okay? And I'm just telling you, yeah, they made me sick. Them attacking me for 11 years. I've been like going through the ringer. I'm going through chaos and horrible thing. But chaos is coming. The true chaos is coming. You think what you put me through, put 144,000 is true chaos? No. what's coming is gonna make people skin run before them. Your skin is gonna run. It's gonna leave your skeleton bones behind. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna know the true chaos. Okay? That day is coming. That's all I'm saying. I have no ill intention toward you. I just want justice. That's what I want what's rightfully mine. That's it.